You're listening to Season 6 of the award-winning Home Ed Matters podcast, brought to you from the West Midlands in the UK.
We're just a regular family of 5 on a home education journey, and we want to share our journey with you and encourage you on yours. So thanks for joining us, and here's this week's episode.
Well, hi everybody.
Hello.
Welcome to
Home Ed Matters podcast,
Season 6.
episode 17 or 16.
17. My name's Luke.
My name's Eden.
And thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
Maybe you're a new listener because all the schools are shut,
Yeah.
in which case you're very welcome.
You are welcome here.
And we hope that your schooling at home, your home learning,
Yeah.
is going okay. I'm guessing it might be a bit of a different change in routine for you.
It's so much better than going to school.
It's been a change in routine for us too.
Yeah.
I think all of us regular home educators, we're not normally quarantined at home.
Yeah. We're usually outdoors doing stuff.
So we thought this episode we might share a little bit about what's the same and what's different for us.
Yeah.
And also we've got lots of stuff to talk about in terms of growing and all of that kind of stuff. And if you can hear a bit of the breeze, it's because we're up an apple tree. So on Instagram, we asked you to choose for us whether you wanted us to record this episode in our chicken run,
Yeah.
which has got chairs, or up a fruit tree. And you overwhelmingly said,
Off a fruit tree.
so we're up one of the apple trees in our orchard.
We should do this again, Dad.
Yeah, maybe we could have picked a slightly less breezy day.
Yeah, but
So we are really hoping that later in the year we are going to have a bumper crop of apples. Look at it's the leaves starting to come out.
yeah, I was just saying I thought you were going to say a bumper crop of eggs.
Well, there's that too. So we are super fortunate in that we have got lots of space in our house and in our garden and land
It's so cool.
that is not affected. So one thing that hasn't changed while we are on lockdown in the UK is that we're able to do lots of stuff in the garden and around the house.
Yes. We still do that a lot.
Frankly, it's a massive relief though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Being able to get out.
I love getting outdoors. I haven't actually been out for ages.
No. Okay, so what's different? What's not happening at the moment that that you normally do?
Okay, shall I list clubs?
Yep.
Drama, choir, Wednesday club, Thursday special, dance, and free runners, and church.
Yeah, so stuff most days of the week that we can't do right now. But your dance tutor, Amber,
Yeah.
she's been sending you the videos.
Yeah.
To do?
And we FaceTimed yesterday.
Yeah,
Had a really good chat.
That's nice. Yeah, so our children's team from our church are doing a good job of staying in touch with everybody.
Yeah, they are.
So your play's been cancelled for now. I mean, everything's cancelled for the foreseeable future, isn't it?
Yeah.
We hope you're not feeling too anxious about the whole situation.
Yes.
Yeah, there's lots of uncertainty around, but it's good we found it's been good to stick to routine.
Yes.
So-
as much as we can.
So some things that are the same are learning in the morning.
Yeah.
So what do we do first thing?
My work.
You do your work, which is,
Maths and writing.
yeah,
And Latin.
Latin before breakfast, and then
Yeah.
you and everybody have
Power hour.
power hour.
It's not usually. It's usually not an hour though. It's usually 45 minutes.
We're still doing a lot of read alouds.
Yeah.
So if you are new to all of this, we follow a Charlotte Mason approach. There's lots
Yeah.
of story. We follow a very story-based approach to learning.
Yeah.
So still doing all of our read alouds.
Yeah.
Um,
So fun.
some of them we're doing in the garden, aren't we?
Yeah.
Around the chickens.
Mummy's reading us George's Marvellous Medicine at the moment.
Yeah, like as an extra one.
As an extra.
So that's the same. We still have quiet time in the afternoons,
Yes.
don't we, after lunch?
I'm actually not having quiet time right now because I get to be outside instead.
Well, you asked if you could do your gardening, which we will come on to a bit later.
Yes.
So we still have quiet time.
So
we
keep
don't-
listening.
We don't have TV time till 4:00 every day.
Well, that's the same.
So that's the same, isn't it?
Except that Disney Plus has come out.
So if you are a regular, you'll know we are big Disney fans. And
I
in
love
fact,
Disney.
we were super fortunate to get out to Florida earlier in the
Before
year.
lockdown.
After I was ill,
Yeah.
which was touch and go, but also before lockdown.
Yeah. And now Disney's closed.
I know, but they've launched. What have they launched?
Disney Plus.
Which is their online streaming channel. So
I love it so much.
we have invested in that, and we've been the content is amazing.
Yeah, Wreck-It Ralph is coming out on the 30th of no, Frozen 2 is coming out on the 30th of March. Fingers crossed, hopefully. And they've got Wreck-It Ralph and everything, and it's so amazing. And they've got the real-life Aladdin and the real-life Lady and the Tramp.
So we've kept that the same, but instead of watching
Ninjago and the Investigators.
or the Investigators or Blue Peter, we're still watching Blue
Investigators.
Peters. You tend to watch you start watching a Disney film maybe, and then you'll come out for a break and have some outdoor time
Tea.
while the chickens go to bed.
Yeah, and then once the chickens are in bed.
You finish off the movie,
Yeah.
and then it's bedtime and story time.
Yeah.
So we tried to keep our routine very similar,
Yes.
and in that respect, we're kind of doing okay, aren't we?
Yeah, we're doing okay. We watch like online Thursday special and Wednesday club and stuff.
Yeah, so most of the groups that we're part of, they've been doing video content instead,
Yeah, apart
which is
from
quite
drama.
good. Yeah, well, that's a bit hard, isn't it?
Well, they could show you how to act.
So we'd love to hear from you. What things are the same for you and what things are different?
Yeah, it would be nice to hear.
Yeah, I mean, it is only a couple of weeks in, and it could be many more weeks to go. So
No.
it might be a bit.
What about Mirabelle?
I know. Well, her birthday in July. We shall see. Do you know what's been really nice is that all of a sudden, like homeschooling. I mean, we prefer to talk about home education
Home.
because it's a long-term
Home
thing.
ed.
But the whole country is doing kind of temporary homeschooling, isolation schooling, and actually, I think there's a lot more
Awareness
acceptance,
about it.
and awareness that not everybody learns the same.
Yeah.
So,
You never know. The schools might not be as busy now.
do you have any advice for children who are listening in, who normally go to school but are learning at home at the moment, about how to get the best out of this situation?
Just enjoy it, really. Enjoy having lions.
Yeah? Sticking to a routine.
Yeah.
I think my advice would be to don't, as a family, take the pressure off.
Yeah.
Enjoy investing in your relationship.
Yeah.
Read some really good books aloud. Read them your
Yeah.
favourite book. Read your kids your favourite book. Get them to read stuff. Get them to do,
Art.
learning and projects that they want to do.
Yeah.
And do
Keep
lots of
busy.
practical stuff. So
Yeah.
we've been doing lots of practical stuff.
What does practical stuff mean?
Well, like not sitting at a table.
Yeah.
Like we are.
Lego building while listening to books.
Well, that's true.
That's
That's
practical
true.
because it teaches you how to
Actually,
build
you've been writing a lot of
stuff.
letters, haven't you, to your
Yeah.
friends? That's quite good. So on my one daily exercise trip when I take Bear out, I can. Bear's our dog, by
those.
the way, not a real bear.
Yeah. It would be cool if it wasn't really bad.
But I can walk past the post box. So we've posted your various letters to people. So that's
Yes.
nice way to stay in touch.
Yeah.
No, but practical things are in particular for us, it's about doing stuff in the garden.
Yeah. Garden is
And doing stuff with our animals. So
I'm falling off.
yeah, it's a bit uncomfy, isn't it? Right,
Yeah,
I think
it is.
I think we're gonna, because the wind's picking up. I think we should go and sit in the chicken coop
Okay.
for the second part. So we
Yes.
will be back with you shortly.
You're listening to the Home and Matters podcast.
We're on a drop now, Dad.
Yeah, well, right. So we're now sitting in our chicken run.
Yep.
Hi, Leia.
Hello.
So since our last episode,
Yes.
how many chicks did we have?
3.
Okay, and they were,
Pepper, Kiki, and Coco.
and we'd got them from a few days old,
Yes.
and we've been growing them. So how old are they now?
6 weeks.
Yeah, so they are getting really big. But shortly after our last episode, how many more chickens did we get?
5.
And they are a bit older, aren't they? They're kind of
Yeah.
point of lay.
Yeah, they're all going to be laying by the 18th of April.
And what different varieties do we get? So we've got,
We've got a gold-laced Orpington called Golden Ninja.
we like the Orpingtons. They're the ones with really fluffy underbellies and fluffy legs.
Yeah, she's actually really rare because you
Yeah.
don't get gold ones.
Yeah,
And then-
she's beautiful. She's looking at me now.
Yeah, and then we've got Leia, which is Daddy's.
Yeah,
Um,
named after Leia is in Star Wars. Leia. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello. She's coming
And-
right up to me.
Yeah.
She is a Welsummer.
She's a Welsummer and she's very beautiful
She
too.
is really beautiful. So these are the pure breeds. The Welsummer.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello,
She's
Leia.
coming right up to me.
She
That's
loves
so
doing
nice.
that.
And then who else? What's our other pure breed?
We've got our other pure breed is Sunshine the Silky. She's
Yeah.
gold. She's also
She's
head
gold.
hen.
She is head hen.
Yeah.
So she's a silkie. So the silkies are funny.
Yeah. They've got
and
such
then-
weird heads.
And then we've got 2 hybrids.
Which are Elsa, which is
She's a Cheshire Blue.
she's a Cheshire Blue. She lays blue eggs.
We wanted some chickens that lay different colour eggs.
Yeah. And then we've got our last one, which is Lulu, who is a white star, which lays
She's a
white
white
eggs.
star, lays white eggs. And we think we might get a couple more.
Yeah. If you know any chicken breeds which lay olive coloured eggs, then tell us, please.
Yeah, and thanks to those of you who sent us some links about different types of chickens that lay white eggs. So
Yes. Thank you.
we really appreciate that. We settled on the white star and the Cheshire Blue.
Yeah.
So they are doing well, and we've got our nice big run,
Yeah.
and we've got dust baths for them, and they haven't laid yet, but
They are
the
laying.
hybrids should be ready to lay very soon.
Yeah.
And then the pure
In the
breeds in a
next
couple of
week.
weeks.
Yeah.
So our neighbours have given us some egg boxes,
Yes.
and they gave us our wildlife camera back,
Yeah.
because who has been visiting the garden?
Foxy.
Freddie the Fox,
Well,
as we
I'm
like
not
to call him.
Yeah, well, we've got Freddie and Frizzy, but I'm pretty sure the one which has been visiting isn't Freddie or Frizzy.
Yeah, I didn't get loads of great footage last night, but I'm going to move the camera tonight
Yeah.
somewhere different.
Oh, Dad, we need to think of a new fox name because
Yeah,
it's
if there's-
definitely not Freddie.
Well, let's see. Freddie's got a kink in his tail, hasn't he?
Yeah, and that one hasn't got a kink.
So we are loving having our chickens, and they are really helping us get through this kind of pandemic,
Yeah.
because we can just focus on them. Part of our routine, a new part of our routine at 3
New
o'clock,
Chicken holding.
chicken holding time.
Yeah.
So you and
I hold
Asher
them a lot more.
and Mummy come out and do some chicken holding. So I'm still able to work, and I've
Yeah.
been just working from home.
A lot of
I'm doing a
people
lot of
have been
video
working
calls,
from
yeah.
home.
So we've been really enjoying our chickens, and then also because it's spring, if you follow us on
Spring.
Instagram, you'll see that and Facebook as well. That you'll see we planted loads of seedlings the other day.
Yes.
Now, how are they doing?
They're doing really well. We've potted them up now.
So which ones did we pot on yesterday?
I think. Oh, I've just forgotten the jack-o'-lanterns.
Yeah, type of pumpkin.
And the great ones.
Atlantic giants.
Yeah.
When we had an allotment, we grew huge pumpkins, 7 stone,
Whoa.
powered by pigeon poo.
Yeah.
We're hoping our chicken
Poo.
poo is going to be the rocket fuel for our pumpkins this year.
Yeah. Fingers crossed.
And they've all germinated. So we actually germinated them inside,
Yes.
and they've all germinated. So we've got 2 types of pumpkins. We've got one more type coming, which we planted a bit
Yeah.
later. Big Macs. They're also big ones.
Oh yeah. Like not McDonald's though. So
Not-
they drove Big Macs.
No, yeah, MAX rather than MACS, which is Big Macs.
Yeah.
McDonald's is shut.
Oh
And we also potted up the cocoa beans. They're like
Yes, you
a
did.
heritage, like a medieval French bean variety.
Yeah. Talking of medieval, I've got
Hi,
a
Leia.
medieval flower.
Yeah, can you remember what it was called?
No.
Yeah,
Mummy
so
can't remember
we've-
it either.
Well, we'll get onto that. So we've got lots of seedlings, our beans, our courgettes, our sunflowers. We've got lots of other things growing.
Yeah.
Beetroot, chard. Before complete lockdown, some generous friends in our community gave us a load of fruit to plant.
Yes, they did.
So what have we put in?
In my bit. or
Just
in
generally.
everyone's bit. Raspberries.
Yeah, we've got raspberry canes, and we've
Yes.
discovered some too in the garden.
Yeah, in my bit.
What else?
I don't really know. Strawberries.
Strawberries,
Yeah.
rhubarb,
Rhubarb. I love rhubarb.
and we've got some black currants that are
Yay.
sprouting. So they're cuttings.
And all of our little baby trees are sprouting.
Yeah, we've been donated some lavender bushes.
Yeah. Thank
be
you,
really
Grandma
nice.
and Grandad.
Yeah, they were digging theirs up. And then you've been planting. What have you been planting?
My herb garden.
So tell us what herbs you got.
I've got an olive tree. I've got lavender, and then I've got parsley, rosemary, thyme, lemon balm.
Lemon balm, yeah.
Yeah, and then I've in my plants, which I'm actually growing from seeds. I've got chives, parsley, basil, and something else. Coriander.
Coriander. So you've got loads of different ones.
Yeah,
Our chives that we grew last year actually have come back to life. That's nice.
I love chives.
I'm hoping our dahlias come back up.
Yeah.
So we've been clearing like the border. So our new land, there's a couple of big paths that go through, and on one side, up against a brick wall, there's a nice big deep border, probably 2.5 meters deep.
Yeah.
So we've had to clear that, haven't we, you and me?
Yeah. And it's my garden, and I can do whatever I want in
the
it.
Garden
and it's
of
so
Eden.
nice.
Yeah, so at the moment it's been a lot of ivy to dig out,
Yeah, ivy is like the main thing in this garden.
stinging nettles,
Yeah.
brambles.
Stinging nettles actually go down surprisingly deep.
Yeah, they do.
Fun fact.
Their roots are like a real tangle, a thicket.
Yeah.
So that's some of the practical stuff we've been doing. And in fact, you've all been spending a lot of time in the garden,
Yes.
which is brilliant. You've been clearing brambles around, so we've managed to clear some other areas that Asher and Belle can have their own
Yeah.
bits of garden too.
We're going to have to help Belle with hers.
Yeah, we're getting some fencing put in soon, lockdown permitting, and then
Yeah.
we've got a whole big slope that's going to be our growing area.
Oh, it's going to be the best.
Our potatoes are chitting, so we'll get those in the ground.
Yeah.
And then we'll grow some Swiss chard. I think the chickens will love that.
Yeah. All
And-
the chickens' feathers are like
Oh,
going around.
yesterday I got our old fish tank out of the loft, and what have we
Yes.
set up?
A mealworm wormery.
A mealworm farm.
It's ill.
So the chickens are going to love mealworm. Well,
Yeah.
They do love mealworm. But why have we set up our own farm?
So that we can grow some more.
Yeah, basically. Should be self-sustaining, because they grow into bugs, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Like beetles.
Beetles, which look like black ladybirds.
So we've got loads of chicken crumb left. A chick crumb, which is
Chick
like the baby food for when the chicks are really little.
Yeah, we've got loads.
And essentially you just put about 2 inches deep of that in the bottom of an old fish tank.
Yeah.
And then we bought a few packs of mealworm from the pet shop, and then we've put them in
Yes.
there. What else have we given them to eat?
Lettuce and carrots,
And why is that important?
so they can get nutrients and hydration.
So yeah, they get their hydration, and they've all burrowed down. So it's really interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think we had a Christmas present, which was an ant farm to set up, wasn't it? So maybe
Yeah, we
should set
have.
that
We're
up at
going
some point.
to set it up
Yeah.
soon.
Yeah, that would be good.
Because I see loads of ants. And and queen bumblebees.
Yeah, well, they're all coming out. So we've been collecting worms
Yes, for
for the chickens. All that
Yeah.
protein should get them laying soon.
Fingers crossed. Leia, since you gobbled every single one of them, I expect eggs from you.
Yeah, and then the fruit tree. So we were sitting in the apple tree earlier, and
Yeah.
I've been gradually, after work in the late afternoons, I've been
Yeah.
trying to spend a couple of hours gently out in the garden, and I've been, because they've been a bit neglected, haven't they, for many years?
Many years.
But I think they were really good originally. So
Yeah.
I've thinned some of the branches out.
Yeah.
So we hopefully should have a good bumper crop.
Yeah.
And they were all, what was growing all over them?
Fungi.
And brambles that were growing all the way
Yeah.
up them.
Literally. And it was
They were
everything.
really, yeah. So my arms
They
were a bit
were
ripped
ill.
up. But we managed to rescue them all from the brambles, so they got space
Yeah.
to breathe. We're hoping the pear tree does really well.
Yeah, because that one was the one which was dying.
So we'd love to hear what you're growing. I see
Yeah.
we see a lot of amazing pictures that you're putting up. Lots of people have been growing seeds and things.
Yes.
And what practical things have you been doing? I mean, that's for us. That's a huge part of our
Yeah.
homemade journey, isn't
We
it?
do a lot of drawing.
Yeah, we've been doing a load of drawings.
If you like drawing, then Art for Kids Hub is the
Yeah,
best.
we're big fans of Art for Kids Hub. We've been having bonfires, haven't we, at the end of the garden?
Oh yeah, it's just the best.
We've got a nice safe area to do it. So we've got lots of brick structures at the end.
Yeah, an old pigsty.
Yeah, apparently it really was an old pigsty.
Yeah,
I've been having neighbourly chats with our neighbour
Bob.
over the fence. It's just so peaceful sitting in with the chickens.
Yeah, it
We really
is.
love it. So
Yeah.
if you're able to, well, but the thing is, so people, what were people panic buying at the very beginning?
Waffles,
Loo roll.
but mostly
People
waffles.
panic bought loo roll.
Yeah.
But then actually, the poultry farms, the breeders, the people were panic buying chickens. They'd all run out.
Yeah, and then they every chicken was reserved, and Page's Poultry and another one, Keys Poultry Farm and everything. They'd all run out of chickens.
I know. Well, that was good timing. That we got them when we did, really.
Yeah, because 2 days later, shut.
Sort of share lockdown.
Lockdown.
So we really hope you haven't been affected by COVID-19, the coronavirus, because it's a scary time, and it does sound like it's a really nasty illness for some people.
Yeah, it's like the plague in 1600s.
Yeah.
Because you wouldn't want to live in the 1600s because you had bubonic plague, civil war, change of king, plague, Great Fire.
I know. Did you know there are some parallels? So the Great Fire is like a big
Yeah.
environmental catastrophe, and there've been
But-
wildfires in Australia. You know, there
Yeah.
are these new diseases coming out because we're such a connected world. The political instability, and you know,
Yeah.
we've had everything around Brexit. So there are some parallels, you know.
Britain exit, Brexit.
But you know, people are looking after people, and this pandemic is bringing the really good things coming out of it. I think
Yeah.
lots of families getting closer together.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm having more meaningful conversations with my colleagues because we're having to be a lot more intentional about it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I wouldn't say we're thriving in it, but we're doing more
We're
than
learning stuff from it.
We're doing more than surviving. It's really nice just to have the chickens, and I think when they start laying eggs, that'll be the icing on the cake.
Yeah.
Not literally icing on cake.
Oh, imagine icing on egg. That would be ill.
Yeah, but you do need egg for icing, don't you?
Yeah, you do.
I haven't done any baking for a while actually. We should do some baking
Yeah, we
if we've got
should.
enough ingredients.
Probably have.
That'd be a nice thing to do.
I always add chocolate chips to the cake.
We've been spending so much time outside, haven't we? So
Yeah, there's no time really.
no.
Yeah.
Right then. Well,
Right.
that's probably a pretty good summary of where we're at. We haven't gone into loads of detail on specifics of stuff we're studying or learning about at the moment, just
Yeah.
because it's an unusual time. Maybe we'll save that for
Yeah.
next time.
We are learning about Andy Warhol and Igor Stravinsky though.
Yeah, those are our
Look those
composer
up.
and artist studies at the moment, which we enjoy working through them. We're reading some interesting books, but
Yes.
we'll pick them up next time. So, we'll be back in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
In the meantime, stay well,
Stay well. Stay safe.
stay safe.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot one thing.
What?
What have we been seeing in the evenings?
You just said that, foxes.
No, we used to be seeing something else.
Bats, pipperwits.
Pipistrelles.
Pipistrelles. I always call them pipperwits.
I know, yeah. I put a slow-mo video up on our social media feeds
Yeah.
early this week. But you can see them so clearly out of your window.
Yeah, they just zoom by. It's so cool.
They're tiny weeny, aren't they? But they
Tiny
whiz
wee.
round. So keep an
Yeah.
eye out for bats.
Keep an eye out for bats.
On which note, we'll see you in a few weeks.
Yeah.
Thanks
bye.
so much for listening.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. You've been listening to the Home Ed Matters podcast. We love hearing from you, so email us to homeedmatters@gmail.com. Follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter and Facebook at Home Ed Matters, and visit our website at www.homeedmatters.co.uk. If you're enjoying the show, please leave us a review wherever you listen, like Apple Podcasts, Stitcher or Spotify. Thanks for joining us and enjoy your home ed journey this week.
They say absence makes the heart grow fond. Well, I've grown quite fond of you. Some people may think you're strange, but I think I'm strange too. It's raining outside, and it's raining inside too. I wanna go home, place where I'm known, and where I know you. Walk familiar streets.